In like 15 hours.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Hey, let's go! Get in here! Get in here right now! Get in here! Hey, we got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives! 30 minutes for the rest of our lives! That's our plan in the first half. It ain't happening. We get the ball. I promise you one thing. We're going to hit somebody and we're taking down the field for a touchdown. I guarantee you that. Guarantee. Look at me. Let's go. We got 30 minutes. Let's go. For the rest of our lives. For the rest of our lives. Let's go. Let's go. Lock on. Hey, lock on. Lock on. Hey, put your heart on the track. Hey, we got it.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are live in the MBR studio. And boy, do I have some wild stories for you today.
Big buff guy.
The final timeout here on Military Broadcast Radio. And look who is back. Ladies and gentlemen, Caveman has returned home from Louisiana after a busy summer. He was calling baseball games for the Cane Cutters. What was it? The Arcadian Cane Cutters?
Acadiana Cane Cutters.
Acadiana Cane Cutters.
The Texas Collegiate League.
And he was doing a little bit more than just calling the baseball games. You were running their whole baseball operation, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of work. I think the main reason was just kind of miscommunication from them on what was really going to be expected. I thought I was just coming out there to call baseball games, but we ended up having like 10 to 15 hour days on game days. Wow. And we had 25 games, 25 home games that we had to work.
That's like
the whole 2 months.
Outdoor stadium, right? So it's, yep. I mean,
we were calling games outside,
doing all of that in the summer Louisiana heat.
Yep. Christmas in July, our theme night, because we had a theme night that we would also have to plan for almost every single night. I was dressed up as Santa Claus for almost 4.5 hours.
I saw, dude, I could only imagine how hot it got in there.
At
least it was at night, but
well, even still, like it doesn't really start to cool down until like maybe 11 o'clock at night out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it was really hot here, so I can only imagine like how bad it was out there. And like, yeah, it wouldn't cool, like even when the sun went down, it just didn't get any cooler. So.
It was pretty much every day. It was like in the 70s to the 90s on the games when we were actually like on the field, like anywhere from like the 70s to like the 90s, and with the massive humidity rating out there. So we were just getting cooked in the heat every single game. And that like it's pretty much Jurassic out there. Like, I've never seen roaches that big. I've never seen mosquitoes that big. I've never seen just bugs in general that big. Just like we'd be there late at night washing. You're not even gonna believe we were we'd wash the laundry, wash the jerseys and the pants and like the warm-ups after the games, and the broadcast team, and we would go and walk around the field at night, turn the field lights on, and walk around the dugout, mess around, hit the ball, like play catch and stuff while we wait for the laundry to finish up, because everything was locked up at night. We're not going to get in trouble anyways. It would be like 1, 2 in the morning anyways. After getting there at 10 a.m.
Wow.
So
that's insane. You did this all for credit, basically. It was an internship. Like, you better
frogs and stuff jumping around on you when you're out in the field at night.
You deserve some good ass references for doing all that, though. I'll say that.
And I will say they got to get that checked. There's like a deck out there that you have to walk across to get up back into the office from the field, there is a skunk that lives underneath that deck, and it goes and hangs out and runs around on the field at night, and it goes back under in this little home. And every single night that we would stay late and do the laundry, I would see it.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was all the way back, dating back to June 2nd, when the first game was opening night. It was when we all saw the skunk out in right field
And he was there the whole season.
the entire summer.
He was like the unofficial mascot.
Yeah. Besides Eddie the Cane Cutter, you got to give Eddie the Cane Cutter some props, because the guys, Owen, and EJ, the guys that dressed up in that costume in that heat for all those until pretty much the 7th inning stretch is when they would be able to get out of the costume. So they're pretty much the hottest times of the game. You're wearing a mascot suit out there. So props to all the mascots around the TCL, because every team had one, and every team was just a weird. There was the Rougarou, which is like a like a Cajun werewolf kind of. It's like the boogeyman kind of thing. It's like a folklore thing, but it's like a Louisiana, but it's like it's a werewolf. That was Baton Rouge Rougarou. Lake Charles Gumbo Gators.
That's a great name. That was a fantastic name.
Oh yeah, Gumbo with the EAUX at the end as well. Got to have that. They were in Lake Charles, Louisiana. There was San Antonio. They were the River Monsters. I don't even know what their mascot looked like. The Abilene Flying Bison, who had the cleanest uniforms in the entire league, best uniforms in the whole league.
All right.
And now, that was there. Yeah, there's Sherman, the Sherman Shadow Cats.
Shadow Cats. I like that. That's cool.
That was the one team that we literally never played the entire time, and that's all the teams.
How many games was it that in the season? It's 50, right?
Yep. Plus it was like 50 plus. A lot of them got rained out, so some teams were under 50. Just that like southern weather. No, I mean, dude, there's some hits. Like you hit a ball deep out there. In Colorado, the air's so thin that ball is gonna like travel farther. Or maybe if you have an aluminum bat, it'll travel a little bit farther. This is a wood bat league. They just had in the Gulf thick Gulf air with heavy winds. Like the ball just died. Wow. It was just a gap hitting league. Like if you were consistent enough to just like find the gap every time. Like you knew how to just get up in that bat. If you knew how to have a productive at bat every single time and just get on base, you were one of the best players.
Yeah, that's got to be tough to hit in that area. So was it like? Did you see just a crazy low amount of like home runs?
There
each
was
game and just on the season in general
at Faubacher Field, where the Cane Cutters, for our home games, out of 25, there was 5 home runs, and 2 of them were the Cane Cutters.
Wow. So yeah, being able to find that gap and get on base, that's
Yep. And it was small ball too, base running. In the pretty much the whole season, the Cane Cutters were the #1 team hitting and in base running. Not so much in the second half of the season because they took such a big dip. We lost a lot of our Division I talent because they were getting ready to play in their like fall season in college baseball.
I see.
A lot of guys on our team from UTSA. Pat Hallmark, the head coach at UTSA, his son, Christian Hallmark, was our center fielder for the first half of the season. And I mean, just like an incredible leadoff man. I've really never seen anyone that was just that good, like as a leadoff guy. He always had like a 5 to like 7 pitch at bat. Everybody knew the timing, and they were able to start the base running early. Like the first half of the season, it looked like it's just a well-oiled machine. Now all those guys had to leave. Like Cooper Markle had to leave. Parker Gwynn had to leave. I mean, we lost like everybody. We just had Aiden Eshelman for the second half of the season. He was player of the year.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
The most consistent guy. Also a UTSA shortstop. You'll have to check out some college baseball. I have to see if any of the guys are playing. There was this dude. He was 19 years old. And he was like 6'5" and like 220. Right-handed pitcher. Also went to UTSA. He was a freshman. He was going into his sophomore year of college.
Okay.
He's 19 years old, and, he looks like an NFL wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I look 19. You look 23.
That's crazy. Man, so if I remember correctly, I did my best to keep up with the team. They did make the playoffs, but they lost in their first series, correct?
Yeah, we got swept by the Gumbo Gators. I kind of like that rivalry because former LSU Tigers pitcher, Ronnie Rance, is the owner of the Baton Rouge Rougarou and the Lake Charles Gumbo Gators. So the Gumbo Gators playing at McNeese, it's a little bit easier for them to get interns because, they don't really have to leave their campus to do this internship. Like, they're not really going like too far to really do it. And there's like a lot more local people are willing to, show up and like at a better facility with a lot better facility, like just in general. They spent their NIL money on the facilities upgrade on their dynasty for sure.
Yeah.
In their college football dynasty. But shout out to Amir Khan. He was a nice guy. Connor actually ran into him because he transferred. He's actually at LSU now.
Oh, he went to LSU. Okay.
Connor's studying journalism over there. Shout out to my boy Connor Donnelly, one of the best. If I had any pull on a broadcast booth, if there's any way to make that possible, it's got to be the two of us and Connor and Jonathan. You got to meet those guys. Well, we got to have him on because him and his friend have a podcast.
Oh, nice.
Too, so great dudes out there. I mean, Amir Khan was pretty chill. Really nice guy. His younger brother, I think, was interning with the Gumbo Gators. Like, there was a guy going up to the press box that just looked exactly like him. So there's no other reason that Amir Khan would be at this random like college summer baseball game
and maybe
in the middle of Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Maybe he just loves collegiate league baseball.
He could, the baseball guy. You love it. One of our fans, this dude, I named him the siren because he had one of those things. You turn the little wheel, and it's just like a train horn almost. You could hear him in the background of like every video that like every reel that we would make of our broadcasts because he was at every single game, and he's a big fan of just like minor league sports in general. He always posts on his Instagram, just like randomly. His favorite college right now is UAB. It's just like, like random schools. Like
he likes the littler league, the smaller leagues, the less known guys.
There was a hockey team that used to play in Louisiana that was in like a small independent hockey league. It was like the Ice Gators or something.
Ice Gators. With
pretty sick colorway. I can't even lie. It was like a nice black and green colorway. It was like way back, like before we were even alive, like baseball team. That was just like you'd never even hear of, but this guy's just a fan of them and randomly posts their logo and just like talks about going to their games when he was younger. It's the small town vibe of it too, was really awesome. So yeah, they lost in the first round. An unfortunate way to go. Yeah. The rivalries are brewing though. The Cane Cutters got a wake up call in that first round.
There seemed to be like a good amount of like passionate fans just around the league because I would see I would check the Facebook from time to time and like I would just see people like a good amount of people arguing in the comments and talking trash to each other.
There was a moment on our broadcast. It's like it's water under the bridge. Like I'm not even upset about this at all. But a few of the Gumbo Gators interns had a little bit too much to drink at our game at the final broadcast. So during the seventh inning, while Connor's doing play-by-play, their on-field MC, the guy who came out and introduced them, Lake Charles team also had a cheerleading team, the Gator Girls, of course. Obviously had to be named the Gator Girls.
Of course.
No other name
Mhm.
could fit. But he comes over to our broadcast after having a couple margaritas and, a couple of our moonshines. And he walks up to Connor. You could hear him clear as day on our broadcast. Goes, "Is this live on TCL TV?" And Connor was just like, "Yeah." And then I guess that was a mistake because he goes, "That's what you call a home field advantage in Lafayette, Louisiana. Go ahead and tell all the listeners." And then he ran away. He ran away like a little kid. Like he just got away. It was honestly really funny to me. But he didn't even end up getting in trouble or anything. But it was funny. Like in the end of the day, he just came and had fun after a really long season. They made it to the championship against a really dominant Victoria Generals team who had Coach of the Year, Michael Oros, who was, there was just a coined bromance around the league between the Cane Cutters manager, Darian Dukes, and Michael Oros of the Victoria Generals. They were just best friends. Every plate meeting was like 10 minutes long. Every game against the Generals were starting late. We're supposed to start at 7:00. It's like 7:10. And we're finishing the freaking national anthem because they won't finish up their plate meeting. I got a nice jersey, though, at the end of the season, some bats. So
Awesome.
It's going to be, I got some nice memories to take away from that summer. And the best food in the world, hands down. That's the best place to be if you want food. I got a list in my notes, so anyone interested in
if you're going down to Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was like your favorite thing you had out there?
So favorite restaurant, I would say, for just like Cajun food in general, Louisiana food, was Prejean's. That place was like right by where the field was. Best food ever, not that expensive. Best thing I tried was probably the boudin. I didn't expect to like that because it's really like, it's crawfish, it's pork, it's rice, it's like everything that you could think of put inside of a sausage casing, or it's either like in a ball and it's deep fried with like cheese in the middle. But it is like the most amazing.
Okay.
If you go down there, you got to try, first off, the chicken cracklings. And you can get that. You can really get food anywhere. You can go into gas stations. Number one place, proud sponsor of the Cane Cutters, Grab and Go. And of course, it's Grab and Go, GEAUX. Like everything has to be like that in Louisiana. It's like that out there. But that place, you could go in there and just get food at a gas station. If it looks like it should have been closed down 20 years ago, it's got the best. You're going to go in there and get the best shrimp po' boy that you've had, or just like a catfish po' boy, random fried catfish po' boy. I worked at this place for a little bit. I couldn't really work too much because we were at the field so much, but It was like a rotisserie place. So they had like blackened chicken, ribs, salmon, the corn grits. Oh my God. Those were like, I don't really even like corn that much, but that was just delicious.
So who ended up winning the Texas Collegiate League? Was it Victoria?
It was the Generals. Yeah. Victoria Generals won it. They were just destroying everybody the entire year.
Well coached.
Number one team the whole season.
Dude,
wasn't even close.
Any standout players?
They had a lot of former players get drafted. They really just maintained their entire roster the entire season.
Excuse me.
I forget
the key.
I forget that dude's name that pitched against us, but he went 8 innings. against the Cane Cutters in game 2 of the playoffs, and he destroyed. It's just like if you're a pitching coach or if you are interested at all in like baseball and like pitching matchups and you like the mentality of like what pitch you're going to throw next and taking every at bat like differently because maybe if your first pitch is a fastball and he swings a little bit late on it and you kind of speed him up a bit or he's a bit early on the fastball and speed him up, maybe your next pitch might be a changeup to kind of because you might still mess up his timing and get up in the count early. You're already up 2-0 on strikes. So if you're interested in that dude's performance in that game 2 of the playoff series, just show any pitcher that, and you just attack the zone, throw strikes. You can't be afraid of the ball because anyway, if they hit it right back at you, best case scenarios, you might just catch it.
Okay.
You got to throw strikes because 7 out of 10 batters get out. Even the best hitters, 7 out of 10 of the best hitters get out in baseball. That is just a fact. You got to throw strikes. You might get a crappy ground ball. You might get something in the field, fly out. You might be like a ball in the field, nothing better than that. And the best pitch in baseball is easily strike one.
Nice. All right. We're going to go ahead and hit our first music break. Caveman, I'm stoked to have you back. When we come back, we're going to just jump into talking some sports. Might do some more mock drafts later as well, so stay tuned for that. You're watching the Final Timeout Q&A edition.
Welcome to Military Broadcast Radio. Every view, every listener, and every share helps our mission. Every donation helps keep Military Broadcast on the air. Every donation makes a difference. Thank you for your support. mbradio.us.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're back after a very quick intermission. The triumphant return of our very own Caveman back from Louisiana and his time with the Cane Cutters. Sounds like it was a really cool opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad that you had a lot of fun out there doing that. Learned a lot. We're going to jump into some other sports now. We have week 0 of the college football season get underway. And we had some pretty good matchups, some really fun games.
How about Virginia?
Yeah, I was going to say.
They looked great. That Bo Pribula kid on Virginia was pretty nasty in this one.
The dual threat ability right there. Yeah, I wasn't sure how he was going to.
They're flowing.
He was going to look replacing Chandler Morris, but he didn't really throw it a lot. So that's why like my thing with these great like rushing quarterbacks is I'm always like, what's going to happen when they get into a game where they need him to throw the football more? But that defense was really dominant. They just controlled a lot of the game. So I mean, there's a good chance maybe he won't need to be slinging it around, and he's dangerous with his legs. 110 yards on the ground, 2 total touchdowns.
They're in an interesting window right now where if they really keep playing like this, if their defense comes out like they did, only 8 points allowed in this game. And I mean, that CJ Bailey kid from NC State came into the season pretty hyped up. One of the upperclassmen, now he's a junior now.
Yeah, I believe he was their QB last year too. I thought he was going to be I thought, NC State was going to be one of the better offenses in the ACC. And yeah, they just got absolutely shut down.
They're in a weird window where they could, if they keep playing like this, Virginia could come out, make the playoffs if they win the ACC.
You're live on Military Broadcast Radio. Oh,
all right. Well, we had the caller and they got scared, I guess.
Oh,
they got a little shy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Call back in.
Yeah, please do call. It's kind of a freestyle show today. I didn't know K-Man was going to be here, and also I flew back in from New Jersey, so I was just going to try to answer questions.
Just get a surprise everywhere. Surprise, surprise.
Come on, call back in. Darian Mensah is really probably, I'd say, one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC on Duke. I don't know.
Well, remember he transferred to Miami now.
Oh my gosh, he did. He's on Miami now.
Yeah, so
they still have a lot of weapons, but dude, Virginia really knocking on the door early in this season. I mean, there's not really a lot of other teams to compete with in the ACC.
I wouldn't be surprised if Clemson is good again.
That's also true.
And you know what? Florida State showing a little bit of a revival. Let's talk about this matchup here. Look, the Aggies, I'll say they should be a team on your radar in the Central USA. They could definitely win it. Trey Hendon didn't get a whole lot of support from his run game. They really put a lot on his arm. And I think overall he played pretty well. Ashton Daniels is filling the place of Tommy Castellanos, who transferred out away from FSU. But yeah, the Sentinels, they're looking good on the defensive side of the ball. They ran the ball really well. They've got a pretty serviceable quarterback. We'll see. They've really underperformed the past 2 seasons. I know they're desperate to be in competition for the ACC this year.
Really like Ashton Daniels, first, big time start. Didn't play too bad. I mean, they really have another team with a chance if they keep running the ball. Like that.
They're really able to lean on their run game.
Sam Singleton. It's a 3, like a backfield by committee. It just really looks like any of these guys could go off at any game.
It was like Chroma was just had the best average at 8.2 yards a carry, running 115 on 14 carries. But you've got Singleton, Wisner, Daniels has a little bit of that dual threat ability. He had a rushing touchdown, 217 and 3 TDs as a team. Yeah, they've got we'll see how the passing game develops. It's obviously it's the first week of the season. And I think the Aggies were playing this pretty close. They really had a good shot. They were within like a touchdown at one point, and then they kind of turned the ball over on downs, and FSU just got behind that offensive line. You could just really tell, like the offensive coordinator, he knew he had the defense on the rope, and they were able to punch it in, make it a 2-score game again. And at that point, it just got very difficult for the Aggies to close the gap, and they ended up losing 34-17. But taking a look at the rest of their schedule, I mean, they got bounce back game against Mercyhurst. Hawaii will probably be a bit of a challenge. It's in Hawaii. I do think the Rainbow Warriors could be decent this year. They sort of disappointed me against Stanford, but very winnable games. I mean, they don't have too tough of a schedule until they get to the later half, and then they're definitely going to have to play some of the better teams in the CUSA, like Jack State, Liberty, Missouri State, Delaware. But I mean, they could go into that stretch potentially being, like 6-1, 5-2, something like that. So I think that they were projected as one of the favorites in the CUSA, and I think that this showing proved that they could definitely win that conference still.
UNLV kind of fell off here. Fortunately, they got Jackson Arnold now.
He looks good.
Starting quarterback.
This was definitely the best game of the weekend.
It was really close. It was back and forth. When you look at that 14-7 at halftime, Memphis comes out the half, 17 points out the gate.
Dude, it was this Memphis defensive pass rush was filthy. I mean, they were especially in the second half, they were all over Jackson Arnold. I mean, he barely had time to even complete his drop back, and then he was just getting swarmed. I mean, you see, it says he has 21 carries in this game, but that's just because they count like a sack as a negative rush attempt. So that was just part of all the times he was getting sacked. I think Memphis as a team, 6 sacks.
Dang.
The guys to really watch for: Elijah Kinsner, number 15, and what was his name? Jamon Tapp, number 14. Those two were, it felt like, in on every play. I mean, Kinsler had 2.5 sacks in this one. Tapp got one as well. They both had a couple of TFLs. I mean, they were either bringing the quarterback down or influencing his movement in the pocket. I think UNLV, they're going to have to figure something out up front. That was a huge problem for them in this game, was the pass rush. But besides that, I mean, this is a really explosive team. I mean, a lot of their, like, if they can sustain drives better, they're going to be a very tough team to stop. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of competition with Boise, San Diego State gone out of the Mountain West. It's still very winnable for the Rebels, but they can't just rely on explosiveness. This was the game I got to watch the most of over the weekend. And let me tell, like, the Rebels were in 3rd and 10 or longer, like 11 times. Their inability to stay on schedule, stay ahead of the chains, like, buried them.
I feel like that's why you get a guy like Jackson Arnold. I feel like, in those moments is where he kind of didn't play as the greatest. But I mean, 2 touchdowns, 291 yards, 25 of 37. I mean, it's not a horrible statistical game, but he was just getting lit up in the back in the pocket too.
He was really good, but they just couldn't really run the ball with a whole lot of success. And then that Memphis just has a sick pass rush, and they just started teeing off on them, especially once they got up and took the lead again. Yeah, it was open season on him. But yeah, I mean, when it might have even been 12, but when you have double digit 3rd and 10,
yeah, that's just
tries in the game, like, that's just, or longer, it's
only okay if you're getting them.
Mm-hmm. And they really weren't. They put, like, the only reason they had these 21 points is their ability to be explosive. I mean, Arnold had a 54-yard run in this one that did lead to a touchdown later. And then
had a 44-yarder.
Yeah, they were able to hit. They were able to hit some passes down the field. It just wasn't, they weren't able to really sustain the drive. It wasn't like there wasn't really a long drive that resulted in them, getting in a goal-to-goal opportunity and scoring that way. And it's like, yeah, the explosive plays, they're fun to watch. They fire the team up. But, if that's what your offense is living and dying on, you're going to be hard-pressed to win the game. And Memphis, second half, was able to lean on the running game more, ball control, and then, like, that defense was just fired up and flying around out there in the second half. They're going to be good. The rest of the American Conference, look out. The Memphis Tigers look
be on to something this year.
Really good. They got the coach. He was at Southern Miss last year. I'm blanking on his name. He was fired up after this win. He straight up fell to the ground trying to do a shoulder bump with his player.
Yeah, that's the mentality you need I mean, last year they had a video every time they won a game. They would just like break a stone in the locker room with that team's like logo engraved into it. I mean, keep doing stuff like that. You keep bringing the winning mentality to your locker room, man. You'll get the guys ready to play. I mean, there's not too much competition in the American. There's not too many teams I got to worry about.
Yeah, I do think it's probably the best group of 6 conference, but Memphis looks like they could be a real powerhouse in there. I thought, if I remember correctly, I don't think they got too crazy of a schedule, just in terms of who they got to play in there. I mean,
Tulane would be a tough game at Tulane.
Yeah, at Boise, at Tulane, those could be
South Florida, maybe
some tough ones.
Game.
Florida, South Florida,
Navy?
and Navy.
All right, that's decent schedule. It really depends on how those guys' schedules were.
They get Army at home. Army is going to probably be good. I don't think they'll struggle as much as they did last year. But I mean, this is probably in the top 5 of their hardest games, and it was a road game as well. This could be a team to watch in the playoff push here. I mean, no one from a power 4 conference, but all of their toughest group of 6 matchups are on the road. I mean, they win in Las Vegas. They got this victory. If you can come out of Boise, Tulane, South Florida, Navy, I mean, if you can even just split those at like 2-2, that's, it's going to be a battle tested team. And then UT Martin, UAB, East Carolina, even Temple. I'm like, they should, the way they play the next matchup, I feel like they should just dominate those teams. Arkansas State, as well.
They'll get a good. Those are some winnable games there. Charlotte's an easy team to beat.
Memphis came in as big favorites in the American, and they played like it. This was a gutsy road win. Couple of points where they got down and this one, and it can be tough when you're trailing on the road. So to be able to rally and come back and honestly just take control of that game late.
Yeah.
They just sucked the life out of that building.
How about the newest team in the FBS? Look at Sacramento State.
We got 2 new teams. Sacramento State.
Oh yeah, North Dakota State.
Their debut didn't go too well, but North Dakota State absolutely smoked Jacksonville State, who won the Central USA last year, and is one of the better teams in that conference too. Like, I didn't expect your first ever FBS matchup. It's not like a Power 4 conference school or anything, but I mean, they just dominate one of the better group of 6 teams from last year. That was impressive.
They're gonna be. I mean, they're an interesting team, man. They got a pro style offense. I mean, they produce a lot of guys that go to the NFL.
They were probably the most FBS ready FCS team for a while. Like, they could have probably been playing at an FBS level earlier,
a long time ago. They bring in the recruits to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy from the quarterback position, but it's a team that loves to run the football. Very smash mouth. 44 carries. A lot of different ball carriers in this one, 209 yards. The defense was flying around. Let's see. They had 3 sacks in this one.
5 TFLs.
They got in the backfield. I mean, the game.
The defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Blake Schlitz.
Look, I had a pick 6.
Oh, pick 6. Oh man. I mean, what's their schedule look like? Do they play anyone that they could really get a huge upset on?
They're in the Mountain West, so I wouldn't be surprised if they win the Mountain West. And now they're like
Fordham, Air Force, Sacramento State.
The rules have changed, so they can win like their conference. They can qualify for a bowl game or the playoff even. There's a good chance. I mean,
They could start 6-0
right here.
going into Nevada.
This
game
is
right there.
This is the game. I think this could be the determining factor on who wins the Mountain West. Because I think, especially from what I've seen, like at Air Force will be a tough one. On the road in New Mexico, it's always tough to go to Hawaii. The time zone difference can be different. But if those are matchups, I think that they can still win. So, I mean, we're looking at you beat UNLV or at least keep it really close. And then at the end of the season, you get another shot at them.
You know what?
I wouldn't be. That's my bold prediction is that the Bison can make the college football playoff.
Give me North Dakota State undefeated season. From looking at this schedule, that's what I'm going to predict right here. This is all winnable games right here. Like just looking at it right now, after UNLV's game, they kind of choked the lead away, made some mistakes there in the second half of a game. It's never what you want to do. Still on the road, tough game, but it kind of seems like they got a shot after how week 0 turned out.
I'm just saying, after UNLV played, like I have a lot of concerns about that offensive line.
Yep.
And how they're going to look for the rest of the season. That's something we're going to both keep an eye on. I had some higher hopes for Hawaii. I thought they did a good job of returning some talent. They were, had a really good season last year. I thought, Stanford is a power 4 team. I'll give them credit there, but I really thought that they would be able to win that matchup. But they gave up 37 points. They really were getting nothing until the fourth quarter. That's when they scored 20 of their 27 points.
Maybe Stanford just had a good class. Who's this Warren guy? 310 and a touchdown for him. 22 of 34.
Davis Warren.
He's a senior. Where the heck is this guy? Where did he come from? They play Miami next week, so that's a real test. It's at home, though.
We'll see.
That is a bit of a...
Where did he come from? Because his only...
Click see all. Let's see if that'll show the team logo. Michigan.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. He was just like a bench warmer at Michigan. Yeah, he played a little bit.
Played in 2024. He had 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 9 picks.
Yeah, he wasn't too good. But hey, now he's getting a shot in this Stanford. They're more of a West Coast offense, anyways. He'll get to throw the ball around. Yeah, I mean, good game from him. 310, 1 touchdown, 31 more rushing yards. So Micah Ford was the hero of this game, though. The hat trick.
Jeez.
3 touchdowns, 99 rushing yards.
Just give it to him when you get close. We'll see. He'll run it in.
He'll finish the job. I mean, this isn't the end of the world for the Rainbow Warriors. And I do still think that they could have another, 9, maybe even 10 win season.
Look at that. I think we just found out why they might have lost this game. They just got beat on the big play. John Anthony Hall had 2 catches for 81 yards. 57-yard play. Zion
Averaging
Robinson.
40.5 yards of reception.
2 catches for 57 yards, 48-yard play. Atticus Joseph, 4 catches, 52 yards. I mean, they're just getting beat down the field every time Stanford try to take a shot.
Yeah, they did. They did get killed over the top a bit. And again, their offense it took them so long to get going. When they did finally get it rolling in the fourth quarter, 20 points in 1 quarter, this team will be all right. I think they'll be all right. This is a dope game.
Win 9 games. I agree. A 9-4 season, get a bowl game.
Absolutely. It's
Will
possible.
It be 9-4 if they won the bowl game?
I think so.
9-3, get yourself a bowl game.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be 10. You could see them going like 10-3.
Yeah.
Get to a bowl game, potentially win a bowl game. It always depends on who you get, and injuries will be a big factor and everything. All right, but then we also have a couple of power conference teams to talk about. This was Bill Belichick got his revenge.
W.
Just a slop fest in Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, this game was not that great. Billy Edwards Jr. They had 90 yards on the ground, and their quarterback was 16 for 28, and they won
15-10. And here's the thing, all of our action came in the first quarter, and then after that,
there's nothing else.
There was a safety in the second quarter from the Tar Heels, and then they kicked the field goal. Yeah, the Horned Frogs just could not move the ball. I think a big issue, target shares. You had one guy catch 9 passes, one guy catch 5, and then
you just made it easy.
The other,
all right, guard that guy.
Other 4 guys to catch passes, all combined for 6 total. So, yeah.
What the?
When 2 guys account for 14 of your 20 completions,
yeah,
it's going to be tough. And then your quarterback's fumbling it twice, lost one of those. Everybody, there was a lot of ball security issues.
Benjamin Hall fumbled. Both of the fumbles from North Carolina were lost. Jesus.
Yeah, nobody really.
How did that safety happen?
TCU just got, they just got backed up, and I think they was
sack.
Yeah, I think it was. I believe it was a sack, if I remember correctly.
They have it in the play-by-play for the second quarter. It's the only big thing that happened in the quarter. The scoring plays.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, safety.
So on a
7-play drive,
minus 15 yards. So yeah, let's see. They had a
4-yard run,
4-yard run, 5-yard run,
5-yard run. All right,
6-yard run, then a 5-yard penalty.
Got a first down, then you move it back.
Then they got a 10-yard run, so they got most of that yardage back. Then they went back -4 yards. Then they threw
incomplete pass,
a safety,
3rd down.
Then they tried to.
Oh, they was actually 4th down. They tried to fake a punt, and they also got a penalty.
It's off an illegal bat. Yeah, no, it was a slop fest. I was yeah. So
what is even
okay?
happening?
So I think I remember. All right. So the ball went over like the punter's head. They were trying to punt it because they're at the 31, and then he just batted it out of the back of the end zones, or tried to bat it out of bounds. And yeah, man, well, this was a slop fest. Not the prettiest game for
a safety from your own 35-yard line. I've never seen that before in my
Not the prettiest game for North Carolina, but they got it done using their defense, which was a strong point of this team last year. Maybe they can get it going.
Belichick, baby.
Yeah.
24-year-old girlfriend, man.
Yeah. Did you see she balled out in the Cowboys' final preseason game? Had like 4 catches for 97 yards and a touchdown.
I'm more worried about what's that guy that was saying he was playing for the 49ers?
Dejan Love.
I'm more of a Dejan Love guy.
The greatest to never do it.
He's a lot better receiver. Really underrated guy.
All right. And then we had the Trojans. No surprise here. They beat San Jose State, but it wasn't as big of a blowout as I thought. The San Jose State Spartans did score 23 of their 26 points in the fourth quarter, so they really stopped playing defense. It was 35-3 at one point. It might have even been 42-3. I can't, or it was like 42-10, something like that. So it was, USC was in control of this for most of it, but they They did give up a lot of garbage time points, but they did dominate this game. Team that I think might be the number one offense in all of college football, close to it. Jaden Mayava's back. Did lose Makai Lemon, but King Miller's still there. And then you've got Trent Mosley. So replacing Lemon.
Lost Makai Lemon. He's went 25 of 28, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he dominated that defense.
So Mosley, seven grabs for 118 in the touchdown. The 3 M's are back at it. And this time it works out better because they're all of their last names start with an M. It's Mayava, Miller, and Mosley. Could be terrorizing the Big Ten. I think USC could be a force in the Big Ten. I wouldn't be shocked to see them potentially win it. My opinion, they're probably the 4th, maybe 3rd best team.
Yeah. And it sucks for San Jose State in the Pac-12 because, and I might be biased because this is one of my rebuilds on college football right now. Well, I'm all the way in like 2033, 2034 season right now, rebuilding them. But in this season right here, you got Jabari Bates, who's a four-star commit running back that you got. Carson Clark, really dynamic receiver. I got him drafted to the NFL in the rebuild. Jerry McClure, also a really dynamic receiver. So their offensive line and defense has really never been the greatest. So they're really kind of letting a really good roster potentially go to waste here, because in the Pac-12, brand new conference, I'm saying screw the rankings, screw the preseason rankings for any of those teams in the Pac-12. Anyone can win that conference.
Oh, honestly,
in the Pac-12 in this season, brand new slate. It's finally back. Obviously my favorite conference, just because all the late night games. They used to have Oregon in there, and Washington, just the OG teams. If that Pac-12 was still around in the 12-team college football playoffs, the Pac-12, nobody would be sleeping on the Pac-12 with Oregon and Washington in there. I mean, Arizona's kind of on the rise. We'll see how their season goes.
It's big shoes to fill for all the teams in the Pac-12, because that was was it ever the best conference in all college football? Not often. It was usually the SEC or the Big Ten.
Yeah.
ACC sometimes, Big 12 sometimes, but it was always the most fun. It had the most high-powered offenses, the coolest uniforms, some of the best rivalries and matchups. Those late night games, it was like the perfect way to cap off your college football Saturday. Was Oregon going into Stanford and just getting into a shootout, or Arizona State rivalry, Oregon Washington shootouts. It was just a great way to end your Saturday. So the big shoes to fill for all the teams in there. But there's some exciting teams in there. Washington State and Oregon State should both be a lot better now that they've got more conference. The conferences are realigned. They can get some more money for NIL and everything that way. You've got Boise, San Diego State were very good last year. I expect them to be very good again. CSU showing some signs of life too.
That really fast receiver that they got.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I can't wait for him to just transfer away. It's crazy to think about. Freshman year, Jordan Tyson, who's now an NFL receiver, even though he's been injured at least once every season for the last 5 years now, that he will be out for 2 months in this season. Jordan Tyson, freshman year at Colorado. Christian Gonzalez, freshman year, was at Colorado. Both those guys in the league now. Like all the talent that we've really had, we've never been able to maintain it. We've had the guys.
I don't have high hopes for Colorado. Like, I want them to be good, but I just haven't seen it from the Coach Prime era.
No. One team that's going to be good, but might have some crybaby fans at the end of the season is Texas Tech. Quickly run through the schedule. First game, home, Abilene Christian. On the road, Oregon State, week 2. Home game against Houston. Looks like their toughest game. Home game against Sam Houston. Easy win. At Colorado, depending on how their season going, might be an easy win. Arizona State, W. At Cincinnati, could be a trap game. I still think they could win it. Arizona, trap game. They could probably win that. West Virginia, W. Oklahoma State, W. Baylor, probably win that. And then TCU.
Yeah, they got kind of the cupcake.
Easy schedule.
Really, the only like top tier Big 12 team that they got is Houston. You know, you dodge BYU, you dodge Utah, Arizona, heck, even Arizona State. Like,
they're preseason ranked 12 right now. If they stay at preseason ranked 12, if they stay at that rank at the end of the season, they're undefeated. That's still,
I mean,
that's right where they're gonna be.
They're gonna have a great roster, but
that schedule
minus the quarterback because of the whole Sorbsby.
I thought he was able to play.
No, a judge ruled that he could, and then other teams threatened to boycott and not play their games against Texas Tech. So they were
okay.
The rest of the teams forced their hand, and if Tech wanted to not basically get exiled from the college football world, they had to not let this guy play.
Who's even going to start then?
I don't remember his name, but it's not like a nobody. Here, let's go to the standings and go to the Big 12. Like, he's a somewhat known player from if I remember correctly.
Stephen Cannon?
I think it's
Stephen Cannon, the freshman?
No, I think it's going to be Tommy Castellanos.
Oh, it's Tommy. Okay.
Yeah, that would be my guess. That he's the senior here.
We'll see who plays year 1. Will Hammond.
Where's their depth chart?
Lloyd Jones.
Yeah, they have a lot of quarterbacks. A couple of sophomores. I mean, I think it's going to be Tommy though. He moved in though after that. There was an opening that became available.
Unfortunate for them.
All right, we're going to go ahead and hit another music break. Get some water and everything up in here. When we come back, hey man, you feel like giving out some predictions for the NFL season? We'll do some bold predictions.
I like that. Let's do it.
And then we'll sneak in one more Final Fantasy Football mock draft for everyone to prepare for their leagues. We got draft. Final week to do your drafts is coming up, so stay with us. We got that coming up on the Final Timeout.
We're living the American dream. I'm the American dream. Go to school, go to work, Sunday mornings choose a church, attend our games, our plays, PTAs. Drive our cars, flying planes, take the buses, take the trains, walk the beach, ski the slopes, living out our dreams and hopes. We're living we're living the American dream. We're the American dream. Thank you, soldier, sailor, airman, guardsman, and marine. Thank you all for fighting for our freedom and our dreams. Protecting our Constitution, guarding our homes and towns, defending our shores, seas, and skies, and putting boots on the ground. Some gave all for me and you. We served the red, white, and blue, protecting the American dream. Thanks to you, living the American dream. We're the American dream. The world's become a smaller place, many creeds and one big race, staking our claim to the Creator. We have to find a way for each to still be different but live in peace. Till then, we must protect ourselves, 'cause we're living, yes, we're living the American dream. I'm the American dream. We're the American dream.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
We've disappeared.
We lost our heads.
Oh,
Welcome.
thank God we're back.
We lost our heads, everybody.
Welcome back to the Final Timeout on Military Broadcast Radio. Host HG, the triumphant return, Mr. Caveman.
I got another hilarious story
He's got a funny
from
story for us.
Louisiana. Before we come back, and Joel, you got to stay in here for this one, 'cause this one's funny. So, this guy on Baton Rouge team, his name was Nick Schwing. And no hard feelings with Mr. Schwing at all, or any of them. 'Cause it's all fun now that the season's over. Like, it was just a long year. We had posted a video of Cooper Markle, his grand slam, and I'd made a little video of all of his highlights because he was pretty much the only player in that game that really did anything. He had a grand slam in the first inning. Cane Cutters went up 4-0 and just played defense. He had some issues on first base, and then he gets the final out. He jumped up and caught it, and base runner on first in no man's land. He steps on the bag, gets a double play to end the game. First base umpire was giving him crap all game. So it was just like a Cooper Markle game. We posted his highlights, and I see Nick Schwing's dad commented on our post, and we find out that it was his dad because we click on his profile and it said father of Nathan, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, he just like, it's like literally one of the players' dads from one of the teams. He comments, "I'm glad you guys posted this point of view because I can see you look exactly how you sound," or something like that. Like, you look exactly how I imagined, but like about me and Connor. Just like left like a mean comment on our post, and me and Connor were just laughing about it. We're like, "What the?" Like, we weren't even playing Baton Rouge at all. Like, this is just like some random out of the blue comment about Nick Schwing.
He just
Like nobody was even talking about him. We're talking about Cooper Markle. So next time we played Baton Rouge at home, I was the PA announcer. So every time he walked up to bat, I was like just so uninterested when I said his name. And I was just like, next up, Nick Schwing, number 2. I was like just completely dead of all sound. And then he got struck out. Got struck out looking. Can I help you? And he didn't like the call and he got tossed from the game. So like just my crappy PA calls whenever he walked up to bat just got in his head. And he got tossed from the game when he got a bad call. He blew up on the umpire and he got thrown. Said a cuss word to the ump and got tossed.
wow. So you were doing a little psychological.
That's right.
warfare.
Baseball's a mental game, man, baby.
It
Come
really
on.
is. Yeah, you get into somebody's head, you can really just throw them. I mean, and sometimes that carries over to the next game too. Like you're still because you only get a day in between, so it could still.
Yep.
You could sleep on it, wake up, and it's still eating at me, and it's bugging you like going into the next game.
It was also during our Ronald McDonald House charity night. We had auctions in between innings. We raised over $5,000. So that was just a really intense game for the Cane Cutters. They really wanted to come down with the win for Ronald McDonald House that we were supporting. That's where we got those jerseys. They make a new jersey every year.
Nice.
My
That's
prediction for the NFL to start us off hot. I'm going by week 5. Everybody in fantasy football is going to be searching the waiver claims for Bryce Lance. I'm saying it right now. I didn't know that he was 6'4" and also had 4.3 speed. I think
Where did he go? I don't know.
He was at North Dakota State.
Well, I mean, I know that. Where did he get drafted to? I don't even remember.
He's on the Saints.
He is on the Saints. Oh,
we got him in the 5th round. I think he's got some potential now. Jordan Tyson's out for 2 months.
The hamstring injury, yeah.
We cut Bub Means. Unfortunate. Love my guy from Pitt. Love Bub. We cut him. Signed Cedric Tillman. I mean, the wide receiver room is really wide open for that kind of slot route running guy because he's really fast. Got the route running ability. I mean, we got Olave's spot sealed up. We got our boy that we got from the Broncos that freaking hurt his shoulder. Devon Vele.
Oh, Vele.
Devon Vele spot's kind of sealed up. We got our tight end room figured out. But with Jordan Tyson going down now, that spot's kind of open. I think he's one of the guys that could take it. Either him or Berrien Brown, one of our speedsters. Without Jordan Tyson, I think that he's really going to blossom.
Well, one of my bold predictions, I'll just stay in New Orleans because you started there. I think Chris Olave is going to lead the league in receiving yards.
Oh my gosh. I'd love to hear it.
I could see it.
I love to hear it.
I mean, he is gonna see just a ton of targets, and I don't think like Tyson coming back is gonna hurt that campaign. I think it'll just open, like he'll start making his yardage more down the field because he'll have
he'll see less coverage.
It'll help him out a bit. So that's I wouldn't be surprised. I've got two guys though for the bold predictions for receiving yards because I'm leaning. It could either be Chris Olave or I think Ladd McConkey.
Ooh,
right, because Mike McDaniel, the new OC there in LA. Last time 2 years ago, Tyreek Hill led the NFL in receiving yards. Now I know Ladd McConkey is no Tyreek Hill, but it's a great quarterback, good offense. He's a really refined route runner. He's good after the catch. They're gonna be throwing it a lot, I would imagine. And I think what opens it up, what made Tyreek lead the league in receiving yards is that McDaniels loves to kill you with like the stretch running and the passes to the running backs. He loves to pull the defense in and then hit you over the top. And I think McConkey, being the number one wide receiver in that offense, could see just a lot of big chunk,
Yep.
multiple games where he's like going for like 120,
When the
130,
ones played,
140, 150.
when the ones played in that last preseason game, they did exactly that.
Hit a 65-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, they pull, and that was to Johnston,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, down the field. It didn't score, but I mean, come on now, that's like,
Yeah.
that's one play. You're already down in the red zone. I mean, they did exactly that.
So
My next prediction, you might not like this one, HG. Cowboys win the NFC East.
I actually do like that prediction.
I think it's doable. 'Cause
I-
I can't even lie. Not a lot of people like Dak Prescott, but he's got one of the best stories as an NFL quarterback. And I mean, he was in the MVP. He was like runner-up for the MVP a few seasons ago. 4th-round pick player, best rookie season of all time as a quarterback. I don't know if that record still stands. They got rid of Joe Milton, which is unfortunate. Here's a bold prediction I know won't happen, but I wish would. Now that Joe Milton is available, because he was slinging it in the preseason. I think they let him go because he could really earn a starting job somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, they only have 2 quarterbacks, which is kind of
Yeah, Sam Howell.
interesting, but
They should have kept him as QB too. I think the Vikings cut JJ McCarthy, sign Joe Milton, and you start Joe Milton over Kyler Murray.
I don't know about that.
He was slinging it in the preseason.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
that's the preseason. I'm gonna take Kyler Murray, who has had some regular season success and who's in the best situation that he's ever been in. But I do want to go. I want to go back to your Cowboys prediction because I honestly don't hate that. I think they've had a very drama-free offseason, which never happens with the Cowboys.
It's rare.
George Pickens just took the franchise tag. This is going to be one of the best offenses in football. It's going to be top 5. They're going to be averaging close to 30 points a game. I think Dak Prescott's going to lead the NFL in passing yards. I really do. And you're like, wow, but their defense is still terrible. I think it's better. Like, it's not going to be an elite defense by any means, but Quinn and Williams, they're in the middle. They're not going to get gashed by the run as much. I think they've got good rotational depth at pass rusher. You've got, Rashawn Gary. You have, Kenny Clark's there.
Von Miller.
Donovan Ezeraku, Malachi Lawrence, Von Miller. Like, is there an elite pass rusher on that defensive line? Not necessarily, but they've got depth. They've got, I think they can rotate through. They can have a consistent pass rush. The secondary has improved. I mean, it's, again, by no means do I think it's elite, but Kobe Durant there, they brought him in as a free agent. Jalen Thompson, PJ Locke, Malik Hooker in the safety areas.
It's kind of
Caleb
a rotational.
They got Caleb
defense
Downs
in general.
Yeah, like D Winters that they brought in to help in the linebacker room as well. Him and Overshown should be a solid combo. Like, it's gonna probably be a middle of the pack defense, like the 16th or 17th best defense. But I think that is a massive improvement from where they're at, and with how good this offense is, they don't need an elite defense. They just need a good defense, a serviceable defense that doesn't, require, Dak Prescott to have to score 45 every game to win. And I think they don't have a first place schedule either. It's not the toughest schedule in the world. I mean, they're going to have to play the Eagles twice.
Ravens, tough one.
I think they got
on the road in Houston could be a tough one.
Yeah, they do have to play the NFC West. That'll be tough.
In Green Bay could be a tough one.
Gotta go.
They have a lot of games that are just going to be straight up shootouts. Tampa Bay, The Colts, the 49ers could be a shootout. Oh my gosh. My God, dude. The Rams could be a shootout. The
Especially they have to go.
Jacksonville Jaguars game could be a shootout.
They have to go to LA to play the Rams, and they have to go to Seattle to play the Seahawks, and that's back to back weeks. That's a tough stretch where you've got.
You're lucky to have the bye week in between.
Yeah, you're gonna have a tough stretch where you've got Philadelphia, Seattle. Then you get a bye week, but then you come right out and play Los Angeles and Jacksonville. But then you finish it off against New York and Washington. I think they're better than both New York and Washington. Early on in the season, they can be. They got New York and Washington. They can beat both of them. I wouldn't be shocked. They could beat Baltimore. I wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Ravens. Yeah. At Houston is going to be a tough one. That's going to be a elite defense meets elite offense. So that'll be what's going to give there. I think they can absolutely beat Tampa Bay on a Thursday night. Packers do kind of have their number. I think they're going to get one on the Eagles. They'll split with the Eagles. They'll I think they're better than the Cardinals. They're better than the Colts. They're better than San Francisco. 12-5 win the division.
Yeah.
Even 11-6 and win the division wouldn't shock me.
It's possible.
So
they always got their primetime windows. I saw 2 ESPN slots. That's 2 Monday nights and the
Thursday,
1 Prime Video slot.
They're going to have a few Sunday night footballs. They're playing the Ravens are playing in Brazil. That's another thing where it's like
that's going to be a primetime game.
Those international games are like so up for grabs. So
it's one that they could take.
All right. I'm going to give you a bold prediction. It's that the New York Jets, not only do they record an interception, that as a team, they record double-digit interceptions.
Ooh.
There we go. I think they'll be somewhere around 12, 13 picks on the year as a team. Still won't be great, but it'll be better. Oh, actually, I think you take 12, 13 interceptions. That'll be pretty good. All right, MVP. Who do you got? Let's predict that. It's tough. It's really tough. A crazy one I did see was Trevor Lawrence, which I don't hate necessarily.
I don't hate that
with his rushing upside.
There is a guy in the AFC that also has some rushing upside. I think Bo Nix could be a finalist this year. Bo Nix could be a finalist with Jalen Waddle. And the backs are always getting going in the receiving game. He has a rushing upside as well. And you really could see Justin Herbert as a finalist as well. The AFC West is kind of crazy right now.
I think all 3 of the best 10 quarterback guys who wear the number 10 could be finalists. Well,
I don't think Kirk Cousins could be a finalist for the MVP.
No, I'm talking about Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, and Drake May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think Jordan Love would get the love, but I wouldn't be surprised if he played at an MVP level caliber, but I just don't feel like he's going to get the love necessarily or the respect for that.
Yeah.
But my pick for this, boring pick is that Drake May just has another good season and they give it to him because he didn't win it last year. But my bold pick for that is that Joe Burrow plays the entire season and wins MVP.
That is not a bad pick right there.
And while I have Dak Prescott leading the league in passing, Joe Burrow has the most passing touchdowns with 45.
Okay.
Joe Burrow throws, I'm going to say for Dak's going to go for 4,400 yards, but he's got Javonte Williams, who's going to be much more of a goal line back. I think Javonte is going to have snake, 7 or 8 touchdowns for Dak, but Joe Burrow has more touchdowns with 4,100 yards because Chase Brown has way more pass catching upside and was a better pass catcher even in the red zone. And so that's where Burrow gets a good number of touchdowns is he just has more his running back is getting more touchdowns out of the backfield. So
Oh. In the NFC, other than possibly our boy.
we got a question coming in here. 12-man
Oh, yeah.
PPR redraft. Half point tight end premium starters: Goff, Henry, Monty, Puka, Zay, McBride, Kraft, Goddard, Bench, Stevenson's, Brooks, Johnston, Casey. Trade Henry and McBride for Gibbs.
No, that's literally what I was about to say. Other than Matthew Stafford in the NFC, a guy who I really think could be in the contention for the MVP this season is Jahmyr Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying to make the trade right now. That's just one of my predictions. He really could be in contention for the MVP this season out of the NFC, because the Lions only have 4 wide receivers listed on their roster. They only have 4 receivers on the depth chart. He's going to have a season. Pacheco's now on IR.
Yeah.
He's going to have himself a year.
And just to make sure I understand you right, are you saying it's half point tight end premium, so tight end receptions are worth 1.5 points, if I'm understanding you correctly? Even still, if you can get, I know McBride's going to probably feast on targets this year, but you still got Dallas Goedert and Tucker Kraft.
Maybe try to throw a counter offer and see if this guy would take one of your other tight ends, or maybe
I think he's going to have to trade McBride if you're going to get Gibbs. That's the tough thing. I would do it though. If you can get Gibbs, I think Dallas Goedert, he led all tight ends in touchdowns last year. There's absolutely no reason he can't do that again, especially AJ Brown's gone. Like, you want to talk about a guy who's going to be the red zone target. It's Dallas Goedert. So, and then I think Tucker Kraft is going to be really good again this year. He might not be as explosive coming off of his injury. That might not be. There might be a little that might lower his ceiling a bit more, but again, he's still fantastic hands. Going to be a big red zone threat. And then, I mean, you're going to get Gibbs, who could easily be the scrimmage yard leader. And there isn't really any competition at the tight end position for Schultz. So while it will hurt losing McBride in the tight end premium league a little bit, I think you've got 2 excellent tight ends with so much upside. And then you're getting the guy that's going to be the best back in football for, an aging Derrick Henry, who I've got questions about, like, how much longer can he keep going at an elite level. So I would say go for that trade.
Very true. The days of King Henry could be over. Other guys who could make the MVP.
We were talking about running backs. Do you want to shift to rushing leaders? Do you think leads the NFL in rushing this season?
We go with James Cook.
James Cook again. He goes back to back.
I think that offense is gonna just hit the ground running. I know they lost I know they had pretty much the best guard in the league, and he went over to the Saints. But I think that team just has that running scheme down. And when you have Josh Allen, you open up. It doesn't matter who your receivers are. I mean, he's still gonna have an insane game. I'm saying James Cook, one guy that's high on my list. Just right off. I mean,
you're always, with Cook, you're gonna have the benefit of not seeing stacked boxes as much because teams are afraid of Josh Allen. They can't afford to bring extra guys down in the box. That's just a huge risk for them. So that does always open up bigger rushing lanes.
Cooks
and everything for him.
Gibbs, obviously. Like, those are the 2 big ones.
Wouldn't be shocked if Cooks does it. My boring prediction is either JT or Saquon Barkley does it again.
Yeah, Jonathan.
And I lean more towards Saquon because new offensive scheme. I think Saquon's got some better receivers to threaten the defense. better overall offensive line, and a team that will probably be leading more often, so there'll be more opportunities for him to run the ball. But
I want to say Travis Achan.
but my bold prediction for this is Amari and Hampton leads the league in rushing.
Ooh, I like that.
Bam.
I like that. The Chargers right now have the highest odds of winning the AFC West, which is crazy to me. I thought it would be the Broncos at this point right now. But
I do think we're the better team, but look,
I think that really could be true. If Mike McDaniel goes crazy with his play calling and they look like they did in just those little plays in that week 3 preseason game. Again, it's preseason, but that's showing a little taste of what they're actually going to do in the season.
Offensive and defensive player of the year. Who do you got?
Offensive player of the year.
That's tough. There's going to be a lot of great options.
Who won it last year again?
JSN won offensive player of the year, and then there was Myles Garrett, who could win it again, because I mean, now he's on a better team. There's going to be a team that's probably going to be leading, so there's going to be more opportunities for him to just tee off. Aaron Donald's back in there, so if I could be real boring, let's just say it's Myles Garrett.
One of those two guys on that defensive line could win it. Offensive player of the year. I was thinking the Rams for offensive player of the year. I was thinking maybe.
I was going to say maybe Puka
has a crazy year. Because I really think that, especially now, I feel like this prediction is going to be true. Before I left to Louisiana, I was hanging out with some of my old coworkers, and I made a prediction that the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl in this coming season, and it'll be Matthew Stafford's last year in the NFL. Once he gets that last dub, in the Super Bowl, and they go and trade for Myles Garrett, and then on our media day for the Cane Cutters is when that happened, and then just a few days ago, go and get Aaron Donald back, get him back in the NFL on a $20 million deal.
It's gonna be tough to beat them. Puka's not a bad choice, but I think the obvious one is Jahmyr Gibbs. He could easily lead. I think he will lead the league in total scrimmage yards. I wouldn't be surprised if he at least passes Marshall Faulk. You know what? Out of respect for Chris Johnson, I'll say that he doesn't break his record for total scrimmage yards, which is like 2,500. But I think Gibbs is, he's close. He's like 2,480, something like that.
That would be a pretty awesome moment right there, because they have like a similar, their speed when you watch them play, they look very similar.
Like 1,500 something rushing yards and 850 receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs could easily do that, and I think he will. Defensive player of the year, I kind of just want to say Myles Garrett, because he's in a better situation, and maybe he'll break his own record that he just set. But I'm going to actually say that there's, for the first time ever, or for the first time in a while, I don't know when the last time this has happened, the OPY and DPOY are coming from the same team, and Aiden Hutchinson wins it.
Wow. Okay.
And he has 20 and a half sacks to lead the NFL.
For me, if I was going to defensive player of the year, some of the top candidates for me that I think will just have an amazing season. Pat Surtain, obviously, could be a candidate for it. Trey Hendrickson with Baltimore could go crazy. And I was going to... No. Really, those two guys are probably my top two. Because when you said Aiden Hutchinson, I was really one that a comeback from him would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he was really good last year, but like a lot of the hype went to Miles Garrett because obviously he broke the record. All right,
Pat Surtain and Trey Hendrickson.
rookies though. Offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Who do you think it is? It's tough. I'm gonna go with Caleb Downs for defensive rookie of the year. That makes a lot of sense for me. But I'm gonna get crazy. I'm gonna get real creative and absolutely go balls to the wall with my prediction for offensive rookie of the year. You ready? Kenyon Sadiq.
Ooh.
Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end out of Oregon on the Jets. He'll win offensive rookie of the year.
Okay. Who's going to be their quarterback, though?
It's Gino. Look.
Oh, geez.
He's not a bad quarterback in the sense that he'll move the ball. He'll be able to throw. He might turn it over a good amount, but here's the thing. Gino was pretty bad last year. There's no denying that the Raiders season was horrible. They ended up with the number 1 overall pick. He was just 2 years removed from Seattle, he had a good season there. I think he was all right statistically with the Raiders before they finally just benched him. And I think he also got hurt a little bit. Brock Bowers had a good season. He's also behind a much better offensive line in New York, dude. Don't sleep. The Jets have a good offensive line, and I think they'll have another award winner, the protector of the year, and my favorite player for a second-year breakout, Armand Membu, protector of the year, first-team All-Pro for the second-year player out of Missouri.
Okay. Oh, my defensive player of the year. I'm going. Well, my offensive rookie of the year. I'm going with Jadarian Price.
Hey.
I don't think the Seahawks have any other running back. Charbonnet got hurt in the preseason.
And I'm the Seahawks wouldn't use the first round pick on him if they didn't intend to use him.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker was a big part of their offense. I don't know how much they're gonna be running, how much 12 and 13 personnel they'll be doing with Clint Kubiak gone, but that's kind of the new craze for offensive coordinators, is that heavy personnel and throwing out of it. And
they have the personnel for that.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of big tight ends. They have a lot of guys that are just big and get up front, make those big sets. And when it's really 1 or 2 receivers out there, JSN really gets the whole field to work, and he's just going to find the space. Defensive player of the year, I'm feeling the corners. I'm going Mansour Delane. I would say he has some really nice division matchups against the rivals like the Broncos. I think he has some good moments in those games, and obviously, I think Chiefs probably maybe split the series with those two teams. We'll see what happens. But I think he's got a chance there in that cornerback room now to make a name for himself pretty early.
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs, they lost 2 corners. They traded McDuffie, and then Jalen Watson left in free agency. So, I mean, he is, it's kind of him.
I knew I wrote that down somewhere a while ago. I had to find that.
I guess L'Jarius Sneed came back, but he really hasn't been the same type of player the past couple of years. So
he has a chance on this team to really make some plays. Christian Fulton, Noel Williams, other corners in the secondary.
Yeah, who are those guys?
Yeah.
I don't think that he'll have to be a standout on what is going to be kind of an underwhelming Chiefs defense. All right, this is a tough one to predict. comeback player of the year. Well, I guess it's probably not crazy to predict. I mean, I think if the Chiefs win like 9, 10 games and Mahomes has a couple of like signature moments, he'll win comeback player of the year, which is the boring choice. But I mean, like he's a star quarterback that won 3 Super Bowls. He comes back and has just a good season off of an ACL tear. They'll probably give it to him.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, my 2 candidates that I would love to see win it are either, well, that I would be that I think could win it. I'd love for one guy to win it. I don't really care too much about the other guy winning it, but Nick Bosa or Micah Parsons, both had some pretty bad injuries, could come back and be dominant game wreckers the next season. Who do you think is going to be the best special teamer this year? Like, who's going to lead the NFL in return yards? This is another crazy one to predict.
I'm gonna say first my
your comeback player.
My comeback player of the year, possibly. What? Nico Collins did. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say Tank Dell.
Oh, that's
could
a good
possibly be not. It was not Nico Collins I was thinking of. It's Tank Dell. Could be comeback player of the year.
He's starting the year on injured reserve, but maybe he misses the first month. And then when he gets back, I would love to see that, dude. That was a brutal, a brutal injury that he suffered 2 years ago in the divisional round against the Chiefs. So I would love to see him come back and make a return. And then, yeah, this will be our final, or one of our final predictions here. Like best return man.
Best return man.
It's tough. Like, I don't even know like necessarily who all the return specialists for every team are. Shamiri DK, I think, could pop off again. You know, we gotta get my guy Marvin Mims in Denver.
Give me Barry and Brown, New Orleans Saints.
Nice.
Got the LSU guy. I think he's gonna make a name for himself in our special teams. Yeah, Mims. Another guy you could put up there.
I'm gonna go with a Chicago Bear, Xavion Thomas. He's gonna lead the NFL in kick return yards. And then they have Khalif Raymond returning the punts, but Thomas, rookie out of LSU, insane speed. I don't know if you saw him, that touchdown he had against the Titans, the burners he put on there. So
I don't know what the chances are, like what the exact number is, but if you are a wide receiver in college and you go to LSU and you play, you have a 90+% chance of making it to the NFL.
Yeah.
Just from how many receivers they've had drafted, even if they were special teams guys, played wide receiver in college, got drafted. It's over a 90% chance.
I wonder who's got the better success rate, that wide receiver, OSU or LSU?
That's tough to just go ban. That's like just going band for band with somebody. You're pulling out your bank account.
Yeah.
Like all those, that's like a lot of, that's Ferraris right there, both teams. I'm going to have to give it to LSU, though. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, still two, if not the two best receivers in the NFL right now.
But you got, on the other side, I mean, you've got like Jackson Smith and Jigba, Chris Olave, heck, Marvin Harrison Jr., now Carnell Tate. But then again, you got Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yep.
On the other side. It's
So many guys from both teams. It's hard to just go band for band like that.
And at this point, I'm like, I know I'm like forgetting some good ones from both squads that are active.
Yeah, that's just to name a few guys that are on the team, but like on NFL teams right now.
Yeah. It kind of just goes back. I can't really pick one or the other because they've just had so many great receivers.
Odell Beckham Jr. LSU. That just made me think. Comeback Player of the Year, Odell. Come on. He made the roster in New York. Got to give it to him.
Oh man, you're cracking me up. I don't know about
player,
all that, but
OBJ.
All right, hey, with the final 10 minutes, Caveman, we're gonna do a little interesting team building exercise challenge.
82-0 challenge.
Yeah.
I love this. We're
Have you
doing
done-
this all summer. Me
All
and
right.
Connor. Once Jonathan came to town, we were all over this website.
Let's do it. The 82-0 challenge. Let's jump into it.
And I'm putting together a special team.
Yeah, you're like, what the heck?
All right. Well, I've been trying. I beat it on the classic style on screen, but I'm trying to do beat it hoop IQ. I've gotten really close, man. We went
Draft by
80
memory.
80
test your
and 2.
knowledge.
Yeah, you got to think about career or decade averages. It's tough. So we're going into it.
So you went 80-2? That was your record?
Or 79-3 was the best I've gotten on hoop IQ.
Okay. All right, let's try to get the 82-0.
We do we do respins if we need them. All right, this is a great start.
Milwaukee's
I mean,
20s.
this
Gotta
is-
go Giannis. What about Alex Antetokounmpo? I saw him on there.
Oh, you know what? We might want to go with him. We'll put Giannis at 4. He's flexible, so we can move him around. They're like Denver in the 70s. Ooh, I think we respin the era. The 70s are kind of a rough era. We
I
just
think
missed
we
out
respin
on.
the era.
Yeah, we just missed out on like Alex English.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, we could. I don't even think it's Alex English is the best though at this point.
Scroll down on there. Who else we got?
There's Chauncey. What's his name? I'll know when I see it. There's a guy. He's got a goofy name who I think is averaging the most points in this era. Man, that was a tough one to get a respin. Like 80s, 2000s, 2010s would have all been better. 2020s.
No. I'll have to check after the show. But in the no, it wouldn't have been Fat Lever in the 70s.
I think it might be Orlando Woolridge is like they're technically the best or the highest scorer for them this decade. Or we could just go Dikembe for defense. I could also be
That's
wrong.
true.
I don't use the 90s Nuggets a lot.
No.
They don't they were sort of they just didn't have the best guys statistically.
It could be Abdul Rauf. It's got to be him.
We'll go Abdul Rauf. That was a tough one. Well, we'll save our team respin.
Cleveland 90s.
Well, there's
God.
I think we just respin this now.
Good
Somebody
God,
else. Yeah.
That's
Like-
horrible.
It's like one of their centers is like their best guy here. Oh, this is much better.
Then 90s, they could Dominique. Instantly comes to mind. There.
Like he's not as prolific as the 90s, but man,
He wasn't as big as the 90s.
I think we just go Dominique. I don't know if we're gonna.
Had Moses Malone on there. Sidney Moncrief. Nah.
I think we just go Dominique. I think we're kind of cooked here. This is
Yeah, we
We're out
might just
of
have to get
respins.
through this one and run it back. Well, we got 5 minutes. We can
Get on
try
to
to
the
do
next-
another one.
Milwaukee in the 80s, and there's no Kareem here anymore, isn't there? Yeah, no.
Nope.
Wow, this is an absolutely putrid round. Is it Mike Dunleavy, Marquez Johnson?
Reynolds.
I mean, those are the two names that are jumping out to me. Maybe Sidney Moncrief.
Gosh.
This is like a team in decade that I avoid like the plague. So we're just
Well,
stuck with them.
Yes, we gotta go. We gotta go shooting guard. Try to get a better center because I don't think it's gonna be a center from this team. You want to try Moncrief?
I'll go Sidney
Make him our
Moncrief. Why
two.
not?
Get a shooter out there. Come on, give us
This
like
is
a
feeling like
beast.
Giannis and company. Oh
Utah 70. Yeah, this is definitely.
wow! I think Mel Counts is the best. That's the name I recognize the most. I think that's the best player.
Let's do it. Roll it.
Screw it.
Roll it. Let's see the record.
Oh, all right.
31 playoff
Not-
team.
Not horrible. Wow, we weren't even out.
95 points per game.
Wow, Counts was pretty bad.
Oh,
Yeah, these aren't going to get it done. Oh, Dominique was still averaging like 27.
27.
Oh,
God.
nice. I thought he had a bigger drop off than that. but I guess not.
27 and 7
All right.
with a steal and a block a game. God. All right.
He was
let's
going
run it back.
absolutely dumb in the 80s, though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, hell yeah. Let's go. We got LeBron.
Let's go.
This is hard to type with the I hit a Q. You know what? I'm just going to look for. I can't type with this microphone in front of me. Let's see, LLL. I passed it. There he is.
LeBron. He can
Whoa.
play all 5,
Yeah,
so
we'll
we
put
can
him at-
move him around. That's perfect.
We'll put him at his normal position for now. Houston in the 2020s. I think we want to get Kevin Durant here. Where do
Yeah.
can we still
Or
get
could-
Harden?
Yeah, we might be able to get Harden.
But is this the best version of James Harden? No, I think KD's probably
KD.
better here.
Let's go Durant.
Uh,
That's
no.
Kevin Porter Jr. Oh God.
Oh no.
No, thank
Not
you.
him. Not him.
Oh,
All right.
thank you.
And we get Houston in the
The
60s.
60s.
Hold on. Wait. We move him here. Elvin Hayes. was
Elvin
averaging,
Hayes
like-
was a beast.
I remember he was averaging like 27 and like 17 in the 70s. So that's not bad.
He
That
jumped
works.
out. Clippers in the 80s. Okay.
Do we? Oh, we don't
Okay.
even. Where are our respins?
What?
So we're gonna have to just go through this.
Okay, I saw Bill Walton.
World Be Free is scoring the most for this team.
Oh, there he is at the bottom.
God,
Point
is
guard,
he
shooting guard.
averaging like? Is this the World Be Free that's averaging like 30? I forget what team he was doing it for. I think it might be them. Let's do
I
it. We'll
think
put him
it's
there.
him.
We need a center, please. Warriors in the 60s. Warriors in the 60s. Oh my! And we can't respin.
Spin. Al Harrington.
Yeah. Or do we move LeBron to center and take like
Oh,
who's our
oh.
who could we get at like small forward? Antoine Jameson.
Keep on scrolling.
Jason Richardson, maybe.
Could we move KD to small forward, or is he a power forward shooting guard?
No, we can move him to small forward.
That's,
wait.
That's Elvin Hayes.
Whoops, yeah, sorry, whoops.
What do they have? Do they got freaking Monte Ellis?
Can we get Baron Davis? No, we can't.
Monte Ellis or
But we
Baron
could-
Davis?
There's Chris Mullen, but I like
Chris
Monte.
Mullen? Yeah.
I like Monte. Chris Mullen was kind of on the back half of his career at this point. I think Monte is going to be better for us. Let's see. This is our last one. We didn't go 82 and 0.
All right, that's a good team.
Yeah. Oh, Hayes is averaging 28.
Damn. 28 and 17 in the sixth. Oh my God. Monte Ellis was 16 points per game. That might not have been the pick.
You think Joel will get mad at us if we go a little over because I got caught in an accident and couldn't?
Let's try to sneak another one in.
We're gonna push our luck.
Let's try to sneak another one in. on the air.
He's gonna get.
You won't get mad. This is for all the TikTok viewers. We can't close out the site and reopen it. We can't respin. It's glitched out.
Hold on, everybody.
Gotta test our luck here. I'm watching the door, even though we can't see if he's coming or not.
I'll get the screen share back up.
Oh, it has audio too.
Yeah.
This site it has an app too, right?
And they do have an app, yeah.
I'm gonna have to download the app because this is fun.
It's like the Hoop IQ. There's also a there we go. A 20-0 version that I found somewhere for like the NFL. And then we'll have to play this on the stream one day. It's like per 36. I'm absolutely addicted to that. All right. Well, now the site's just not. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
We're
Come
good.
on.
Portland in the 70s, and we can't respin.
What is wrong with the site?
Dude. Oh,
and then it just kicked us out of Hoop IQ.
All right, that's fine. You know what? We didn't want to do that one anyways. Let us respin. Brooklyn in the 2020s.
Kyrie.
I think it's Kevin Durant's still the best.
KD, Harden. It's gonna be KD.
Yeah, because he's just like scoring a ton, and then he's also.
I saw Igor Denim on there.
Oh. Where am I? Why don't I see KD? I'm on. There he is.
There
Okay.
he is.
I was just
him
blind.
being in 3 positions right there is good. I say power forward for now. We can move him around. OKC in the 70s.
Ah, man.
Can we finish up this round, Joel? Because HG got here late. Look at that.
I wish we could respin, man. This is really frustrating because
Archie Clark.
yeah,
Who
I
is
think
that guy.
he was hooping, man.
Bob Wilkerson on
Dennis
there? Okay.
Dennis Johnson is a good choice. I think Dennis Johnson's the best we got here. Maybe Walt Hazard.
That's a sick name.
Yeah.
Let's go Johnson, I guess.
Like we'll put him on a shooting guard.
Yeah, we'll do
Because
that
we
for now.
can
We
move
can
him.
move him.
Sometimes it's tougher to get a good shooting guard. I like having
90s.
I guess we gotta just go Dominique again.
Dominique again, yeah.
Good thing we left our small forward spot open.
Here we
Next
go.
up, the Pelicans.
Oh,
20.
God.
Putrid. I guess it's crap. Well, here we can move him here. We can move KD here, and then we can put Zion as our 4. I don't think like there's genuinely
there's
no one else that we could really go with here. He didn't play many games, but he statted when he did. LA in the
Lakers
60s.
60s.
We need a center. Damn, we're missing out on. Oh no, we can't get Wilt.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I think we just got who else but Wilt? Well, we didn't go. Dang, 15 again.
That was another good one, but Dennis Johnson
Johnson
was
did the same.
12 and 4.
Yeah.
That was really just one guy, I feel like, is what we messed up on. And the fact that we couldn't even respin anything. Like, what was that?
I could have respun, potentially gotten Shea or like another version of KD or Russ would have been a lot more helpful for OKC. But all right. Good. We'll keep giving it a go throughout the season. I love these sports trivia games. We'll be playing those to entertain the fans. Be back next week for another episode. You down? You want to pop into the studio if you're free?
Yeah. If I'm free next Wednesday. I'm still looking for work right now that I'm back in the job market. So once I have a schedule figured out and everything too, I'll be able to come on the show more consistently.
I'll at least be back for one more week. Final timeout till the final whistle. We'll decide what name we're going back to. But,
I think final timeout, man. Final whistle. It's moved on. That was it. It's 9 days. We ran that for what? Almost 3 years. Gotta go.
Yeah. Let's run this race. All right.
Yeah.
And then the Final Timeout will be back next week to give you a preview of week 1 of the NFL season. Make sure you're there. We'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Beaker with Military Broadcast Radio TV. We're your virtual MWR, bringing veterans radio, podcasts, gaming, animation, 3D printing, and a community that never leaves you behind. Download our Roku or mobile app today.
Wisdom to share if you listen this week, so pull up a chair and stay for a spell. We're heading down a trail where good stories dwell.